Okay.
Wish us luck. Wish us luck then, boss.
Good luck.
Are you gonna watch?
Well, I think we're both gonna need it, I'm afraid.
Things.
Uh,
Car Freak, me and you are gonna get on, and it's just gonna be a level fucking wasteland.
God, I love Hiroshima Simulator.
It's just mine and yours. That's it. Nobody else's.
Oh, I'm already planning to build something and a creative thing for New Year's.
All right, you ready, Car Freak?
Indeed.
Okay, Swan, you good?
Yep.
All right. Well, this is the one and only fucking playoff race for this season. Literally, for the all the series. Okay, Burposaurus, calm down. We're at Blue Moon B. This is stage 1. 26 laps. 25 laps, whatever. English hard. Van Gogh.
Yeah.
Hudsy.
Here's Johnny!
Oh boy.
No!
Who's more Homer than John?
Frankel.
Yep.
Swan.
Fudgy.
Fudgy.
Fabi.
Yeah.
Down east.
Well, this stinks.
Oh, my... I'm dead.
Monica?
Car Freak.
What?
Have a good race!
And loan from the stands.
Get in, yeah, go.
Whoa.
Get to the booth
Whoa.
already, booth boy. Hey, what did he say?
Alright, what's up guys? Guy1 here and welcome to the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, and today we have the Fabianski Designs 250 live from Blue Moon B. Should be a good race. This is the second to last race of this current Cup season, so hopefully it's a really good race because the top 7 are all locked in the championship. So 2 of the 5 playoff drivers actually are not here tonight. That's alright because obviously they're locked in, so this race is not a necessity. But we still have a decent-sized field. Holy crap, that is loud in my ears. Mother of God, I cannot hear anything. Alright, so we got 8 drivers here tonight, 5 of which are playoff drivers. And because this is a weird season happening right now, we are doing reverse points order for the starting grid. So with the point reset in the playoffs, Down East took the lead because he had 20 playoff points. Fabianski took a second place point finish, or I should say point start. He was your regular season champion with the most actual driver points, but then Down East had the most playoff points, so that's why he is in front of him. Pudge took third with his 2 victories earlier this season. Swan is back in fourth. He got, I think, the 3rd most victories of the current season, maybe the 4th, but he had 1 victory in the number 96 car in Identity Crisis. Then, yeah, we got some of the... Oh, yeah, Frankie, too. He's a playoff driver. Did not win any Cup races this season, but had a really good season in FES. And then, yeah, Huds, Van Gogh, and Drathik just fell a little bit short out of the playoffs this season. It's all right. They're going to be trying to stack up their efforts for next season. So, again, check the description of this video and also all the newer ones that are going to be going up soon, because we officially have a playlist for all of the current seasons that are being broadcasted. So if you go to my channel and go to the playlist section, look for NFRL Cup Season 5, FES Season 3, or Oshkosh Season 3, because those are all of the current seasons. And yeah, these guys are going to form up. We're going to have 3 stages to race tonight. 25, 25, and 45 laps. Those are the counts for each of the stages. But again, I just got home and just got in like maybe an hour ago, so this is wild just to hop right on and do this, but it's what you got to do sometimes. Coming down to the start-finish line, the Fabianski Designs 250 is green. We are racing. This is the final race before the championship, so it should be a very good race. Swan's going to shoot it up the middle. He tried to get something going there, and there's a huge, huge pile up into turn 1. At least 3 cars are piled up in the grass. Caution flag is out. Swan is dead still. Hope he's all right. Swan's car is going. He's all good. Huds took the lead. Fabianski is up to second place in that number 4 car. That certainly just shuffled things around. I'm not sure what happened, but I think Swan got booped from the back, and then he had no way to slow that car all the way down, and then he just shot through the grass and piled him up. Okay, well that literally happened in the first turn of green flag racing, so I'm pretty positive they'll just go back green this time. No need to do a pit cycle or anything like that. Let's see if they do. The choose cone is those little yellow boxes you see. I wish there was a way to get rid of that so the spectators could not see those stupid things, but it is what it is. So the drivers will form up, and now all of a sudden Huds is in a playoff sandwich because the 3 cars that are surrounding him in those spots are all playoff guys. In fact, all the playoff guys are now within the top 6, so there you go. They're all near the front already. Coming down to the start-finish line, we're going to try this again. Green flag is out. Hud's got an unbelievable push from that 4 car. Let's see if he can try to hold it. One of the playoff guys might try to dive low under him. Nope, they're not even going to get to him. Hud's is going to hold the lead out of 1. Getting really loose in that 66 car, up into the wall, not trying to get in anybody's way. Down East is going to go by to the lead. Pudge is trying to go by as well. Huds is hard into the wall in the back. These playoff guys are really battling hard. They're almost going 3 wide for second place. Here comes Fabi to the inside of the 16, I think. No, God, there's a huge cluster of cars here near the front. Down East and Fabi battling hard for this lead. Fabi's going to have the inside line, but I think Down East is going to power by on the outside. Tap the wall a little bit. Yep, Fabi's clear. He has to hop in behind the 16. Oh my God, car viciously spinning out in the back. Van Gogh just went down pit road and got reset on the track, so that will count as a track reset. If we have two of those, that will bring out an automatic caution, so Down East is not giving up. Fabi tried to go to the inside. Down East tried to cross him back over, but Fabi's going to keep the lead for now. His Stuart Haas teammate is right behind Down East in 3rd place in that 44 car. Down East got on the brakes a little bit late. Swan's going to be able to go right by on the inside for 2nd place. Don't look now, but here comes Fabi, dear God. Frank in that 9 car. Down East once again. Frank's going to try to side draft him, see if he can pull him back. Not going to work this time. So if we look at the history of this track with Fabi, we've raced at this track, I want to say 1, 2, 3, 4, like maybe 4 or 5 times in that ballpark. But out of all the times we've raced here, Fabi has only been able to win 1 of those races, and that was back in Season 3 for the Patriotic race, which that race was supposed to happen at Northern Isle, but then all of a sudden it got moved to here because of the lag issues we had. Fabi won that race, but then after that, in the late Season 3, and also in Season 4 when we came here, I think it was once or twice, Fabi has been unsuccessful in winning here, so he's been one of the fastest cars. Unfortunately, the 14 team has been one of the best cars at this track, so now that they're not here, we're going to really see what Fabi can do at this racetrack. Down East is maintaining that gap over the 9 car. Also, we just got word in the NFRL driver announcements tab that Colleague Racing has announced they are going to cease operation next season. Down East is their leader, their main guy, and he's going to be off getting surgery, so he will not be able to pilot the number 16 car. And Colleague said that without their main man, they do not want to field any cars. They want their main man out there, so yeah, it's going to be weird not seeing Colleague because Colleague has been one of the best teams this season. It's been fun to watch up here. Currently into lap 7 already. It's Monday. Hope y'all had a good start to your week. Also, just remember that we only have a couple of races remaining. The Oshkosh Championship is this upcoming Friday, so be sure to come see that. 850 horsepower Behemoth Camaros, and they will be going around Circuit de la Sarthe with all of that power. And then the big one, the big day, November 20th, on that Monday, the Cup Series Championship will be happening on that day, same time as always, 7 Eastern. Keep a watch on the channel. I can't confirm if and when they'll come out, but I'm going to see if I can crank out some trailers and some promotions for that. Because again, the Cup Series has... Whoa! Fabi got into the brakes a little bit late. Almost shot up into that yellow portion on the outside of that corner. That would have been a little bit on the lethal side of things. As we look back here, Frankie is starting to catch up to Down East just a little bit. Or someone hit the wall behind these boys here. Might have been Pudge. So Pudge and Draythick are running the, I think those are the Worth cars or RFK Racing. Man, Frankie is giving it everything he has. He's trying to keep up with Down East, but dear Lord, that 16 car has really good corner exit today. So, I'm not sure where I would do it. Maybe on the community tab on YouTube, because I'm not even sure if I can do that. I'm not sure if I have enough subscribers, but I'd like to post things like the driver announcements, because on our official Discord, we have an announcements tab where drivers can make all sorts of promos and announcements and stuff that talk about them, their team, or just, you know, something about them. It's really fun. And if there's like big breaking news or something out of that, I would love to post them on YouTube. Frankie got into that wall really hard coming through that tight left-hander. Looking back up at the leaders, Fabi is holding a decent lead over Swan. We really don't know how fast Swan is because the talk has been all around Fabi this week. If we compare their best lap times, Fabi ran a 45.2, Swan ran a 45.4. So Fabi's about 2/10 quicker than Swan on the time trial speed, but again, that's a lot different on actual race pace. If y'all did not see the FES Championship, that was on Saturday. We crowned us a new champion. I will not give away who it was right now. In the Cup Championship, I will though. Whenever we get to next Monday, I'm going to announce who the champions are for FES and Oshkosh. So yeah, if you haven't seen the FES one, go watch it. And be sure to tune into Oshkosh on Friday so you can see that live. But yeah, the FES Championship was wild. I really recommend y'all to go watch that. Especially the second half portion of the final stage. That was some insane racing. Coming around turn 1, we're currently on lap 11. Swan has closed the gap by a couple of tenths. Sorry about me being silent, I just had to blow my nose because it has been one of them days. So yeah, this is the first Cup season where we are running a different horsepower package. It's been pretty fun because everybody had gotten used to the old package, which was 542 horsepower. The cars handled a lot less lethal and also were just a little bit easier to drive, so putting a little bit more character and grit into these cars really made them a lot more challenging to drive this season. So while Fabi's racing really good at this track, trying to get a win, he's racing for more than a win at the moment because we're trying to start a new tradition. With every NFRL season, we have the NFRL Awards. And one of those awards is most race wins of the season, called the Car Freak Award, funny enough. And Fabi is one race win behind him. So, Fabi would need to win this race, and then also win the championship to be declared the winner of that award. Now, if they both have the same amount of wins, I think both of them are going to get a trophy. Just simple as that. Obviously can't cut the trophy in half and can't just decide a winner based on other stats, so... Tell you what, these two Haas boys, they have screwed off from the rest of the pack. These guys are heading off into turn 1, and then these guys back here are just now crossing the start-finish line. getting a little bit battle happy back here. Pudge tried to go to the outside of the 16, and that failed so much that Frankie's now going to try to get to the outside of his teammate and go for that spot. And actually, Down East and Pudge will be coming down pit lane. Pudge has 5 gas, Down East has 17. That's the percentage of gas remaining in the tank. So I guess if they pit now, they can go the rest of the stage. So that was 14 laps. Yeah, so they should both be able to make it to the end now. Both of them will be taking tires. Once again, I apologize for my silence. I am just a little nasally today after being out so long. So now this time by, Swan is actually going to pit without Fabi. That is interesting. Now watch. There's been a long rumor about this kind of racing where it seems like early pitting is better than late pitting. So I'm wondering, with Swan pitting now, will this put him in the lead by the time Fabi comes out? If I had to guess, I think it could. So I do believe Fabi is the last car to come down pit road with this cycle. Right now he is right behind all of the main guys that pitted already. So he could, if he could stay out a lap or two with his speed, he could potentially lap them. Let's see if he comes down this time. He gets into the wall a little bit on exit, but there he's fine. He's coming down pit road right there. He had about the same amount of gas that Swan had, 1% less, but now he's coming in 1 lap later, so he's going to need slightly less gas. But again, I predict that Swan's going to come out of this with the lead. So let's see how this stacks up. Fabi's going to take tires. Obviously taking gas. I don't know who that was that just flew by. That sounded wild. Here comes Swan. He's already coming out of the final corner. It's going to be close. Fabi's right there, Swan's right there on the straightaway. Okay, no, Fabi's actually going to hold the lead. And actually, he's going to get a little bit of an advantage out of it because Swan was on Fabi's bumper. That is so interesting how that happened, so I have to mention this. Obviously, there's a race that I did not live stream back at Deep Forest because I substituted for Fabi. I drove that exact 4 car at Deep Forest, ended up winning that race, but here's the thing. In that race, I remember I pitted 2 or 3 laps later than what Swan did when he was on my bumper, and then I was able to come out about 3.5 seconds ahead of him after the pit cycle. Now it's funny to me that Fabi pitted with Swan on his bumper, and Fabi comes out with a 2.5 second advantage. Now, me and Fabi were running different tunes on that car. They're not the same exact, but like, it's as if that team has really, really good fuel mileage in that car. Because that was awesome. Swan closed up a little bit out of that corner. I think he made up a couple of tenths. Still going down, and Swan has really good bite off of that corner. Certainly can't count Swan out of this because 2.1 seconds is not very much time to make up. So we've tried 2 cup seasons with the 542 package, and now we're doing a season which this is the 650 and 700 packages that we've been running this season. So there's rumors floating around that we're going to go back to 542 next season, but that is not confirmed. There's a lot of rumors about what we're doing, but none of them are confirmed actually. Watching that gap between Fabi and Swan. That's the race right now. So Swan in second place is currently 13 seconds ahead of Down East. And down east has Frank really racing him hard. Frank has the inside, going to try to pass him right there. Oh yeah, down east has no fight for that. And again, down east has the most wins on this Cup season, shockingly. But he left RFK Racing. He joined Haas for about a week. Didn't like it there, so then he switched back to Call League Racing. And now it's weird that he's getting passed by an RFK car after he used to be on RFK. Podge is going to take over 5th place in front of his RFK teammate. RFK has 3 cars in the field tonight. Dear God, they are so loose coming out of that corner. Petty has 2 with the absence of Lone, their team owner. Haas has 2 with the absence of Clone. Then RFK has all 3 of their main starters, and then Call League has their main starter, obviously. Looking back up at this lead, Fabi is 1.6 seconds ahead of Swan. And Swan right now does have the fastest lap of a 45.0. And he ran that on lap 19. And on that same lap, Fabi ran a 45.5. That's a lap that Swan made 5/10 up. That's insanity. So yeah, the Cup race, the championship next week, that's going to be 4 stages at Blue Moon Speedway. First 3 stages, any cars allowed on track that we have. Drivers, however, it's going to be league first because it's going to be 7 drivers on the track at the same time, all racing for a championship. Never had that many cars on track at the same time, especially when all of them are eligible to win the title, so that's going to be wild to watch. Also, Fabi's approaching Van Gogh. That could be a problem because I'm not sure how fast he's going to move out of the way as a lapped car. I tell you, man, it looks like Swan's car is just a little bit more stable coming through turn 1. Out of the last corner, Van Gogh got right out of the way for Fabi. Van Gogh's way off on the pace. Looks like he might have hit the wall and just decided to stay up there. Oh, and as Fabi's going to do the same thing, Swan might have too, but Swan's making up the gap. There are just 3 laps to go. I think Swan's going to get there. He's going to have to be really consistent, but I think he is going to get there. We're going to go in-car camera with the 44. Oh, he had to lift right there. He almost got into the wall. He's still making up that time. 1 second. Now less than a second separates them. That time Fabi had a little bit of a better exit, just ever so slightly. Coming down to the start-finish line. White flag will be next time by as there are 2 laps to go. It's a good race to watch, man. Stuart Haas is putting on a clinic right now. This last week they were racing Dragon Trail. Fabi had the lead in that race, and he hit one of the rumble strips paired with he was almost out of gas, and he just wrecked himself out of it. He literally crossed the finish line dry. After leading most of the final stage, he ended up finishing 4th. Around that final corner, let's see if Swan can turn up any of that gap. It looked good at the start of the corner, but then Fabi had really good exit. I don't know, man. It's going to take a really big mistake by that 4 car for Swan to get it. Coming down to the start-finish line, white flag is in the air. 1 lap to go for stage 1. Not much has changed in the back of the pack. This group of cars is still pretty close together. Then Hudson and Van Gogh, I do believe, are at least a lap down each, or close to it. Gap is still 2nd. Swan's closing up just a little bit, but it is mere hundredths at this point. Not going to be enough to get there. Fabi's going to have to completely lose his brake pedal in this turn. Out of that final corner, everything looks good for Fabi. Now, does he have enough gas? I guess I need to ask that with the results of the past couple of events. Out of the final corner, Fabi is going to do it. He's going to drive that Budweiser Chevy to a stage win here at Blue Moon B. Swan will come home 9/10 behind the leader. Oh God, I think Frankie might be dry. Frankie is dry, ladies and gentlemen, or he just wrecked. I don't know what happened. Okay, he's definitely not dry. He still has power. Pudge got around Frank and Down East, and Pudge is going to take home a very respectable third place after not really being in contention much of that stage. Wow. I'm not really sure what happened with... it looked like Frankie and Down East might have crashed each other. Not entirely sure on that, but we're going to save that replay. There are your results. Again, with Swan getting the fastest lap, 2/10 quicker than Fabi. It's kind of wild to see. Alright, y'all, we're going to take a 5 to 10 minute break, and we will be back for stage 2. Alright, y'all. We are ready to begin stage 2. Sorry, that stage break was a little bit long. But here we are. Again, I'm really curious to see what Swan can do. So I think he would have reeled Fabi in if he had another lap or two, but again, the 4 and the 44 are running very similar lap times, so they're almost like exactly the same. Just comes down to driver ability. So with that, checking the old lovely stat sheet, that is now Fabi's 5th stage win. Which I do believe there is an award for winning most stages. Ah, yes, the Plasma's Green Flag Award, most stage wins of the season. So right now, Down East has 5 and Fabi has 5, so... Let's see, Swan has 3, Pudge has 2, Clone and Justin each have 1. I have 1 too, funny enough. But, now that Fabi is tied, if he can try to win Stage 2 here, he will definitively take that lead. Here we go. Green flag is out. Pudge is going to go to the inside. They are 3 wide for the lead going off into turn 1. See who can get the momentum. Fabi's trying to hold the bottom. He should be able to get off into the lead. Swan's going to get into the wall a little bit. Pudge is going to stick it too wide in there still. Oh! Pudge almost got into the wall. Now Pudge is up there. He's going to try to battle for the lead if he can. Going off into the final corner. Pudge is going to dive it low. Not trying to get into Fabi on corner exit. Fabi's going to hold the outside. Pudge is not there. Fabi cleared him. But all of a sudden, Pudge got clear traffic, and now he's very close to the lead, but he did not take that corner very well at all. Swan is going to try to go by on the inside. There he comes. Swan had a lot bigger of a run. Oh, and Fabi got loose, so did Swan, and both of them just crashed up on the exit of turn 1. That is a multi-car crash. Caution flag is out on the track. The top 2 cars both just wrecked out into turn 1. Not go into him, and then Pudge just gave him a huge shunt into Fabi. Holy crap. Okay, well that certainly changes things. Pudge is now your leader. Down East 2nd, Frank 3rd. I'm not assuming that they're going to open pits. Nope, they're going to choose cone this time. Jeez. Oh, we're going to try that again. We're going to try to go back green here. That was just insanity. Not too often you see the lead cars wreck out like that. Here we go. Green flag is back out. Front row is very interesting. Pudge got a really good restart right there. Swan's trying to push Fabi on the inside. Fabi is not going to waste any time. He's going right to the inside. Pudge got a little bit loose on exit. Down East is going to power by on the outside. Nope, Pudge is going to stay in front of him. Oh, I think Fabi and Frank might have been too wide there for a second. They're still too wide. Frank is not going to give that spot up. Oh, that's a tight squeeze right there to go too wide. Swan is still at his door. I think Swan might have gotten into the wall right there because now he is really slow. While all this is happening, Pudge is still holding the lead up here. Pudge is going to lead this lap. Alright, well how about that 2 car in RFK Racing up in first? So here's the funny thing. I just mentioned Fabi fighting for that most win trophy. Well, Pudge is in the same boat. He has 2 wins on the season. If he wins this one, he would be tied with Down East for that award, so that'd be insane. God, and just Draythick, his teammates in second place. RFK is running 1-2 right now. This is insane. It almost looked like Down East had a lot of trouble getting the brakes fully down on that car. Fabi's going to try to go by on the inside. Down East is going to commit to the outside. I think Down East should have the run here. He got into the wall a little bit, but he is going to clear the 4 car. Pudge has a crazy lead right now, running a 45.5, which for him, that's not a bad lap time at all. Saw Fabi on the inside of that 16 car once again. Fabi wants to go, and he wants to go right now. Fabi knows he's quicker, so he's not going to try to waste any time getting through these cars. Swan trapped back there in 5th place right now. He's going to try to get around Down East as well. I'll tell you one thing, it's been a career season for Pudge, because back in Season 3, he had 11 runner-ups. 11 times he finished 2nd place in a race. I think, well, no, that is definitely the record for most in a season. Clearly the record for most runner-ups by a rookie in a season. Yeah, it's just crazy to me right now that he's leading this race. Draythick right now is about 1.2 seconds off. Making up just a little bit of time on the corner exit there. Yeah, man, when Pudge joined, he joined, I think, 1 or 2 different teams before he ended up on RFK Racing. He is a very big Brad Keselowski fan, so I'm not sure if Brad Keselowski was on RFK when he first joined. I mean, he might have been. But yeah, Pudge never drove for Penske in this league, so I'm pretty sure Keselowski already made the move. Still holding about a 1.2 second gap over Draythick, and now that Pudge is in clean air, he just purpled Swan's quickest lap with a 45.3. It is still 3/10 off of Swan's quickest lap in stage 1, but still, the fact that Pudge is up here in the front laying down these kinds of lap times is just absolutely insane. He's currently slightly driving away from Draythick. Again, man, I know Keselowski must be smiling right now if he's watching this. I know he isn't, but if he was, seeing his team running 1-2 right now at Blue Moon B. And again, next week is the championship. Pudge is going to be one of the championship drivers in that race, so he will have a shot to win the title. Looking back through the field right now, Fabi's going to try to get around Draythick. That's not going to be easy because we know that Draythick's going to be defending for his teammate, as he should be. Oh, excuse me. Oh. Fabi is all over the bumper of that 28. Draythick got actually a really decent corner exit there. Fabi's going to try to dive it low. Gap is staying at about 2/10. Swan did get around the 16, so he is now up to 4th, but he is pretty far back there. I think pit cycle might really come into play here. Alright, so with Fabi getting around Draythick, this is the gap we have to watch now because I'm pretty sure Fabi can get back up to Pudge, but it's going to be really tough because for whatever reason, Pudge all of a sudden has really, really good consistency. Fabi ever so barely purpled his lap by a couple of hundredths, so again, Fabi and Pudge, they have about identical race cars right now. Again, man, these have been 2 of the best cars on the season. Fabi had, I think it was 15 to 18 playoff points in that neighborhood, and Pudge had 12, so I mean, Pudge is definitely in the talks for one of the fastest cars this season. And trust me, RFK Racing is loving that discussion. He got really loose on corner X at that time, Fabi is definitely going to close in after that little mishap. Now down to 1.6 seconds. Again, it might be small if you're watching on a phone, but on the left side on that player list, that little number below Pudge that keeps moving, that is the time gap between him and second place. I'm not sure if Fabi hit the wall coming out of that long winding corner, because all of a sudden Fabi lost some pace at the end of that straightaway. Pudge's car is starting to get a little bit loose. I believe the tire wear is starting to set in on that 2 car. And just remember, Pudge pitted around lap 14 in stage 1, whereas Fabi waited until I think lap 16 or 17. Oh, hard lick for Pudge right there. He might have gotten some mechanical problems right there, because if Fabi starts to really knock off this lead, then that 2 car's in trouble. 1.2, 1.1. Yeah, that's just, his car looks a little unstable going down the straight, so I definitely think there's a problem with that car. I think Fabi can beat him in the pits anyways, like he doesn't really need to pass him right now, but if Fabi can push the effort here and really try to get around him before the pit stops start, that might really be good for that 4 team. Swan is trying to catch back up to Drathik. I do believe the 66 car just parked it. I think he's done for the day. Man, Drathik and Swan are taking way higher lines through that final corner. Fabi is officially within draft range of that 2 car. Now it's just 0.3 of a second. And off into turn 1. Fabi likes to send it in a little bit higher. Oh, he gave the 2 car a shot going into 1. Oh, Fabi wants the lead, and he wants it right now. Oh, this is going to be a battle, y'all. Fabi wants the lead. He's not afraid to stick his bumper in there and just give it everything he has. Is Fabi there? Nope, he's not there yet. He might try to dive it low on this corner. Pudge got into the wall just a little bit there. Oh, I think Pudge got a little bit loose. Nope, the cars are about dead even on exit. Pudge actually had a little bit of a better exit. Pudge hangs it wide. Fabi tried to go low, but this time Pudge is going to have to come down pit road. Again, on lap 14, same as stage 1. He actually has less gas than what he had last time. That's crazy. Alright, so with him coming down pit road, he's going to get 4 tires. Is he the only one pitting? I could have sworn someone pitted with him last stage. It might have been Huds and Frankie, but Huds is gone. He just packed up his stuff and left the track. And obviously Frankie doesn't need to pit yet. Pudge filled his car all the way up. That is insane to watch. Alright, so Pudge comes back out last. Now we have some more cars coming down pit road. Swan and Drathik. Frankie currently in second place here. So now we got to see where does Swan come out of the pits compared to Fabi. After Fabi comes down, obviously. Tell you one thing, this season, I think there's only been one sweep of the race. That was down east back at Trial Mountain, because Colleague entered a really fast car at that track. Nobody could really keep up with him, and then Cam in the 24, one of the newer rookies, he was having a lot of trouble staying consistent through the race, so Frank pits with absolutely no gas remaining in that stupid thing. Oh my god. And again, it's lap 17. Fabi's still going. So let's see. Drathik is pitted. Swan is pitted. Everybody has pitted except for the leader. And now we're in that territory where I'm not sure if it really serves you very well to stay out there. I mean, you might as well just come get fuel and tires, because you're definitely going to need it before the stage is over. Frank only filled to 76% in the gas tank. And now he's going to fall all the way back to 6th place. With Fabi coming down pit road, I just noticed there's a big cluster of cars here being led by Pudge. Pudge is just doing Pudge things, drifting that car all over the corner. He's going to try to stay in front of the 16. Down East tried to cross him over right there, going through that tight left-hander. Podge is getting really, really aggressive. Pits. And now here's our answer. Draythick has maintained that spot over Swan, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so Fabi actually has a tremendous lead of 6 seconds over Draythick now. Now back here, man, this battle for 4th. Down East and Frank are really trying, but it's going to take a lot for them to catch up to Lauren's boyfriend. But, I think they can get there. If Pudge goes daydreaming again, they might catch all the way up to him. Alright, so coming across the line. And he's got about 2.5 seconds to Swan. Frankie is trying to get all the way under the 16. In fact, he might have moved the 16 up, because that looked pretty aggressive right there from that 9 car. So shout out to a few people that I think might be spectating this race right now. Shout out to Saray if you're watching. She's been a daily watcher of this series a lot this season. Really appreciate her for watching. And shout out to our nearest and dearest old buddy Lou Ran over there. I know she's enjoying watching this, especially watching the little 2-car over here. She's probably dancing like a cheerleader up there in the spectator stand. Looking through that track map, there's not much that's changing right now. I can't believe Draythick's holding it over Swan. I mean, I know RFK has a lot of speed. Pudge especially showed that when he took the lead. But Draythick right now being in the middle of this, after the pit cycle, and holding 2nd place for RFK, that is a really good job by that 28 car. Fabi has a 6.9 second gap. About to be 7 seconds. Well, actually, no, it's going down a little bit. Oh, excuse me again. Draythick and Swan both nearly missed that. Gap between these two is now 3/10. I'm pretty sure Swan's gonna get around him, but I think there is nowhere near enough time to catch Fabi. That's just all said and done. But then if you look back here, Pudge is actually catching up to Swan and Draythick. 1.6 seconds is the gap. And again, this is the Fabianski Designs 250 live from Blue Moon B. This is the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, the 5th season of our Cup Series. And then next season is going to be our 6th season. It's going to be a crazy one. And again, I'm not sure if I'm going to be streaming next season. More than likely not. But if there's days where I don't feel like racing and I just want to sit back and stream, I definitely will, because this has been a fun season so far. Van Gogh right now, man. He has no teammates and no help because his team owner is not here, and his one and only teammate also is not here now. Swan got around Draythick in that corner. See if Draythick can try to suck back up to him with the draft. It's only a 2/10 gap, but again, the cars are fast. The draft is not that powerful. Draythick went way higher in that corner. I think that's the preferred line. I think you want to kind of go in aggressively high and then shoot it low. Give you a little in-car camera of the 28 here. Because that is what he's trying to catch right there. And laps are winding down very quickly. So again, if Fabi goes on to win this stage, he will take the lead for most stage wins on the season. These cars are viciously shaking. This just looks crazy. And they're going in excess of, I think, 180 mile an hour down the straightaway. Something in that ballpark. Just insanity. And right now they are about to enter lap 25. Well, Fabi is, because he's already at the last corner. So with that, if a caution comes out, it will officially end this stage. White flag will be next time by. There's some spectators that are putting out some outlandish requests that I really do not feel like honoring at the moment, but also Fabi's purple on the current lap time. He might actually be able to purple this before he wins the stage. Let's just say I think there might be some wildlife in the area tonight. I think I saw some big white and black animals walking around in the infield. Coming down the front straightaway, there's 1 lap to go for stage 2. Swan is 8.3 seconds off of Fabi. Fabi drove a magnificent stage this time. Through the back half. Fabi's gonna win the stage, and I am so sorry y'all cannot see what I'm laughing at, but it's just so bad. Out of the final corner, Fabi is going to get his 6th stage win on the season. Magnificent season for that Stewart Haas driver. Up in the spectator stand, everybody's cheering him on. He does purple that lap, by the way, a 45.1, so very good lap time by that 4 car. Swan was not able to purple it by the end, and that'll be that. Pudge almost caught back up to Drathik to take 3rd, but Drathik was able to hold him off. RFK takes a 3-4-5 finish. And yeah, that will be stage 2 of the Fabianski Designs 250. I'm going to go kill some people that are making me laugh on this live stream, because dear God, it is working. Oh my God. I'll throw up the official results here, and don't forget that Huds is being scored in 8th place, because even though he backed out, it still counts as a last place finish because he is being scored points. So there are your official results. Fastest lap with a 45.1 goes Fabi. And yeah, Swan, even with a 45.2 though, I mean, holy crap, Pudge ran a 45.2. So Pudge, Fabi, and Swan, they are all in the same boat. It's just Pudge's fuel mileage is not that good tonight compared to the Haas guys. But either way, a great run by Pudge and that 2 team. Just gonna make sure one more time I got that replay, because sometimes this game does not like to save the replay. But there are your results. And again, see how Huz is on the bottom of the DNF. He's still being scored, and he'll still be scored in the last stage, the race. And yeah, with that, Fabi now has 6 stage wins, Down East has 5, and in the final race, there's going to be 3 more stages that could be won, so we're going to be tracking that next week, as well as everything else. And with next week being the championship, it's going to be just a wild night of racing. I'm just going to say this to settle some spectators down. They have requested this. I'm trying to commentate this, and all I see on my text is, yeah, I get a moo-moo. So there's your moo-moo. Okay, we will be back for stage 3 in a couple of minutes. Again, the break from stage 2 took a little bit longer than I would have imagined. There's not much I can look at here. Let's see. Got the replay, showed the results. So again, Fabi, Swan, and Pudge, they're going to be the ones to watch. Also, not only are there cows up there, but whenever I can talk to somebody after the race, I'll tell them that someone said hi. So we're going to take the stage break. We will be back in 5 or 10 minutes. And Dylan, Lauren said hi. All right, we'll be back in 5 minutes. Oh boy, we have a connection problem with the main host. Alright, y'all, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to hop into the main chat with the main boys and just talk to them with this stage break. Let's see what happens. Just a warning, I'm not sure how censored or clean this is going to be. You might hear some profanity out of my control. Gentlemen, are y'all here?
Yep.
Just a warning, I'm still on stream. I just wanted to hop in here and talk to y'all.
Yeah, probably try to switch internet, so that's why the room dumped.
I gotcha. Yeah, the race looks pretty fun out there. How's the track?
Well, now I'm starting to learn how to drive it. It ain't as bad. It's still bad, but it ain't as bad. That's just my opinion.
Is Fabi here?
Yep.
How's that 4-car treating you, brother? You look pretty fast out there.
Looks amazing.
So a little update. You officially now have 6 stage wins on the season, while Down East has 5. So you two are currently battling for the most stage win award.
Ah, that's nice.
So y'all said, did Pudge's internet completely break, or did his hotspot just give out?
His phone was overheating, so we had to switch.
He uses so much internet, the phone's just gonna sound on fire.
Hey, Carfrey.
Yes.
That stage one thing between me and Fabi.
Yes.
Let's just say I'm running a different setup for each stage because my car is completely broken. So, yeah, Fabi's gonna take that title.
Well, I'm just saying, there's 3 stages to win at Blue Moon Speedway. You never know.
The car is broken. There's nothing I can do about it.
Well,
Did you not just see me barely, cross the line?
I did, but I'm trying to keep you upbeat.
Got a week to prepare, brother.
Yes, because Spotify's not doing that for me. Nor is this car, nor is any of the tunes I used in the first 2 stages.
Down East, Michaela just said, "Hi, Kyle," with capital letters. Also,
Not doing it here. Not the right time to say it.
Lou Rand said Frank sounds like he needs a tissue. They've never heard some of you talk.
Oh.
Wait, Carfrey, is it just Michaela, or...
No, it's her and her sister. They're both watching the stream right now, but they're messaging me on Messenger.
Wonderful!
One of them just sent a GIF that's a dancing duck with a backwards hat, and the caption says, "Hello, Kyle."
That would be Michaela. That's 100% Michaela.
Yes, it is.
Michaela!
Now there's a GIF of a dressed up Cartman saying, "Hi, Kyle."
That probably ain't Lorraine, so...
Lou Rand said, "Sorry, Frankie boy."
Hello.
She said sorry, not sup, you idiot! What?
Well, how the hell am I supposed to tell? I can hardly hear you.
I said sorry!
Tone down the tea kettle a bit, good sir.
Well, now I sound like it. Or now I feel like... You know, never mind. I'm just not gonna talk.
Well, you should at least blow your nose.
I don't. Tissues don't exist in my world.
Or
Then
do
what
they
the
just
heck do you
exist for something else?
use?
Or tissues
Pudgy?
for
I
something
just
else there,
continue
Frank?
to fucking sniffle.
Pudgy. Pudge, hello.
I think he's still dialing up. Or putting his kids to bed. One of the two.
I just heard him talk, didn't I? Or was that somebody else?
I think that was someone else.
Who the heck was that? It sounded just like Pudge.
That's what it was.
Dude, Michaela found a gif of a dancing penguin, and it literally says, Hot Punch!
Why are they just sending dancing animals at this rate?
Okay, so a warning to everybody, if you go back and watch this live stream after it's over, at the end of stage 2, Michaela requested that I give her a moo-moo, so I literally mooed like a cow. I don't want to talk about it.
Jesus Christ, down bad.
Yeah, boy, are you a simp or something?
He's a simp. 100% simp. I can certify that.
Sniper monkey.
They call me an SP, I'm a simp pimp. Anyways.
You're a sexual predator?
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is going on YouTube.
Already is! Okay, this is the last time I do a mid-stage break chat with you weirdos.
You're lucky Clone's not here.
I know!
Your fault you brought Michaela and Loren into this.
I didn't really bring them into this, they just go everywhere I go.
That sounds like an issue, not an ish me.
Okay, Luran requested... she requested to know who that deep man's voice is. I don't know which one of you guys has the deepest voice.
That's probably Frank.
Yeah, it's probably me.
No
Definitely
doubt
not
that was
me.
That's Tissue Boy.
Frank. What's up, guys?
Yeah,
That's
not only
RFK,
that,
baby.
I probably also... I probably also have the most monotone voice here.
Yeah, you do.
God, and you're Pudge's teammate. That deep-rooted voice has to be with Pudge 24/7.
I think RFK is very diverse in their lineup.
You're damn right.
In the chat, Michaela just pointed out that it certainly is not Kyle that has the deepest voice. You still sound like a Chinese phone number, old buddy.
I'm gonna go find that noose from Saturday.
More chins than a Chinese.
Bubba has it in his garage.
Shut up, Swan!
Hey, down east, Michaela just said, fish socks?
I'm going to kill her next time I'm on GTA.
At least it's not B.O. At least it's not sweet and sour hot dogs.
Oh.
What the fuck?
You haven't heard of the sweet and sour hot dogs?
No.
Alright, so
Story
flashback
time!
to roughly... Story time, folks!
What do they have honey?
Bubba.
Wait, can I say what I guess it is?
Yes, go ahead.
Sure, by all means.
What I'm guessing is that it's a
Actually, Frank.
blowjob after not taking a shower for a month.
I was gonna give Frank a hint, but now I don't know if I want to give him a hint.
That's not sweet and sour, that's salty and sour.
Oh,
That's
my
a straight
God.
sour.
How would you know, Danny?
Okay, well, that guess is kind of wrong. Would you like to guess again?
Wait, what do you
I
mean,
mean, kind of wrong.
I'm just combining it with
It's
the
all
BO
wrong.
Where's Draythick?
Pudgy!
Oh, you're finally back.
I had to put my kids to sleep. What?
Pudge, I'm still on stream and I'm in here.
Yeah, and apparently Michaela and Loren are harassing us.
Luran said, shout out Dylan.
That's weird.
I find that funny because he hates being called that.
I do.
They're still watching if you have anything to shout out to them.
You both suck.
Well, at least...
Draythick's faster than me?
Way she goes, bud.
Hey, down east.
What? I never
I'd
get
rather-
to the story, but I'm not.
I'd rather have two women that
suck.
suck versus sweet and sour hot dogs and BO.
Oh my lord.
I actually want to hear their story now.
Here we go.
Hi Luran, hi Mookie.
I don't know where the hell to even start this, because Frank just absolutely ruined it.
This one time at band camp,
I was debating on whether or not I actually wanted to say that.
Then why the hell did you say it?
Michaela says,
Because
"Moo!"
I just like, fuck it. Might as well.
And it's going on YouTube, so
Go ahead, down east. The floor is yours.
I'm at a blank. I don't even know where to begin. Frank kind of traumatized me. I was gonna give Frank a hint saying the hint is it involves your name, Frank's. But no, I don't know if I can. It's not even that wrong.
I'll just tell
Well,
the
my
story if you
opinion.
can't.
Yeah, fine, whatever.
It's gonna be a very long story short, but like this man dated this deranged, mentally challenged woman that like escaped from one of the Saw movies. She was preparing him a dinner to honor him as her boyfriend. What does she make? Hot dogs, boiled / microwaved in a little plastic container, and then in that same container, sweet and sour sauce that you typically put on chicken and rice was put on the wieners. No buns, no condiments, no nothing. Wieners and sweet and sour sauce in a bowl. That's all it was.
What the fuck? What kind of boof-ass fucking dinner is that?
It's the kind that gets you
3
dumped.
words. You're missing out.
So, start my stream?
Don't knock it till you try it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Well, I'm staying in here until we do driver intros again.
Okay.
I hear an echo.
Because Pudge has my stream up.
Yep. Swan, start your stream.
Luran says, good luck, Dylan.
I know, I can see it.
Alright, my stream's up.
Y'all are lucky you get to call him that. I don't even get to.
Okay, hold on. I'm not ready yet. I got one thing to do.
Oh my god.
Like,
Guten, how
if I
about
call him that, I think I'm probably being put in a wall.
Or he might take you on a date.
Alright. We ready?
Daddy Dylan. Anyways,
Yes.
Okay, now I'm ready.
Stupid. Fabi.
Yep.
Swan. Draythick.
Uh-huh.
Budge.
oh, jeez. Michaela just said donkey.
Donkey. Frankie.
Let's go, boy.
We see.
You like this, don't you, Squidward?
The fuck? Petty, petty, petty.
Yep, only one.
And car freak.
This looks neat. I wonder.
Is that you falling out of the commentating booth?
Yeah, I fell all the way down to the front straightaway.
Time is hitting power.
Okay, bye, car freak.
Yep, goodbye.
2006 Honda Civic.
Okay, that stage break took entirely too long, but here we are. We're back. Alright, so, see if we can get back to any remote seriousness after that nonsense. This is going to be a very long stage, 45 laps. The pit cycle and fuel, everything's going to be very, very different because someone like Pudge, Pudge, they're sending me Facebook messages, not YouTube comments. But Pudge, he was pitting on lap 14 in stages 1 and 2, whereas Fabi was pitting on, holy crap, that's loud. Fabi was pitting around lap like 17 or so, so those 3 laps per cycle that Fabi can make, that might be a little bit beneficial for him and his team. But he was also getting more fuel mileage than what Swan was over the long run, so that's going to be interesting to watch. Also, I need to remove these guys' names. I mean, hey, if y'all like those funny mid-stage breaks, I'll just hop back into that chat and talk with them during the breaks. Just again, a warning that sometimes it could get a little profane in there, but you know what? It's just us having fun. That's what the NFRL is, trying to make this NASCAR league the best it can be and the most fun it can be for all of our drivers and spectators. Alright, so 45 laps, about 45 seconds per lap, so it's going to be, if we have minimal cautions, it's still going to be near a 35 to 45 minute stage, so this is going to be fun! Alright, so they're going to form up here. Once again, we have Fabi and Swan running 1-2. Then we got Drathik and Pudge, so it's literally Haas, RFK, 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 and then Colleague Petty on the back. Which lane does Fabi go for? Fabi's going low, that's very interesting. Fabi's going to have Pudge pushing him down east, starting all the way at the end of the second line. Here they come down the front straightaway. And the green flag is out. Here we go. Oh! Fabi just got a huge shot from the 2 car. Holy crap, Pudge was not holding back in that one. Fabi's still going to hold the lead somehow after he literally pulled a Pudge and drifted through that corner. Cars in the wall hard in the back. It is Van Gogh and Frankie. Both of them do stay on pace, so there's nothing wrong there. Pudge was looking to the inside of the 4. That's not going to stick. What the heck is that gap between Fabi and Pudge? Do y'all see that? He's ahead by 1 minute 29 seconds? What? Please correct yourself across the start-finish line. There we go. Now it's up to 2:10s. That thing was the broke. Alright, heading off into turn 1 again. Fabi sends it a little bit higher. Pudge is going to try to dive low. I do believe Fabi's going to get a better apex through there. And hey, this time we went 1 or 2 laps without a caution. So there you go, boys. Pudge is staying with them. About a 10th separating them. Pudge is going to have to find something with his gas mileage. Other than that, Fabi's going to run away with this. I think Pudge tapped the wall just a little bit. Swan is lurking back there in 3rd place. Pudge's teammates are stuck back there, and oh, here he goes to the inside. Fabi slapped the wall, door to door for the lead. Pudge is going to lead that lap. He's going to get right back in front of Fabi. Oh my God, Pudge is barely clear of that 4 car. He does get loose on the inside. Pudge is all over the place. Fabi's going to get around on the outside. His teammate's going to try to follow him, although he's still about 2 car lengths back. Pudge's car is wicked unstable. Swan to the inside. Pudge is not going to give that spot up easily. So now Fabi has a 7/10 gap, I should say, over Pudge, although Pudge is closing that gap up. If you look back here, does Swan work with Pudge? I definitely think he will not if he gets up to his bumper. Cars are really spread out going down the front straightaway. No cautions yet, though. It's been all green this final stage. Pudge is loose again coming out of turn 1. Swan's going to look high. Pudge covers. Give you a little in-car camera with the 44. Wow, this is loud. Holy crap, my mic is way too loud. Dear God. Swan is trying to get around him. Pudge with a very aggressive line. Look at Pudge's car into the wall hard. Pudge, oh my God. Pudge is going to fall back to 3rd place. Down East is going to try to catch up to him and take that spot away. Pudge almost took himself completely out of this race, potentially. Pudge tried to block Down East, not going to happen. Down East shoots to the inside. Pudge falls all the way down to 4th. Now again, we know Pudge is one of the fastest cars here after that incredible showing in Stage 2. Pudge is still trying to work over Down East, going to try to get around him. He's actually going to push him down this back straightaway. Now this is a very aggressive braking zone. Where does Pudge go? He's going to shoot to the inside. Down East did not brake at all. Pudge might have given him a little bit of a push, and he's going to give himself a little bit of a twirl. This is insane. Down East with an aggressive outside line. He's going to try to twirl that corner a little bit better than what Pudge did. Pudge is a ballerina out there in that number 2 car. Oh my God. Fabi currently has the fastest lap with a 45.3. Swan is not too far off with a 45.4. Pudge way to the outside. Down East is going to look to the inside. Down East is getting really loose, trying to get there. He's almost there. Oh, and Down East just basically totaled his car through that corner. Oh, Dreyfus gets into him and Frankie. Multi-car crash. Yellow flag is out on the track. Down East just killed himself into that fence, and then Dreyfus followed suit and killed himself. That was insane. Okay, so caution is out. That's going to group all these guys back up. Pit road will be open this time, and now we got to see who comes down. I'm pretty sure everybody's going to come down for some fuel and tires. Down East is barely okay after that nonsense. Did not get that car turned completely through that corner. We're going to watch. As you see on the fuel counters on the left side, Pudge he's tied for the worst fuel mileage out of all these cars. Let's see, Swan takes tires. Literally every car is taking tires. Never mind, I do believe Down East and Van Gogh are not taking tires. Down East is going to come out first out of pit lane. Van Gogh is going to get second. That's going to certainly shuffle things around. Well, if y'all wanted some cautions, I do believe there's going to be some that come out because of this, because Van Gogh has been off pace today. But then again, he hasn't been near the front, so who knows what that 42 can do. But now all of a sudden, you got the likes of Fabi, Swan, and Pudge. They're stuck mid-pack, and they're going to have to try to get around these slower cars. Funny that Down East just totaled his car, and that thing would have blown up into a million pieces if this was IRL. But now all of a sudden, he's leading this race. I must say, that was a fun little stage break, talking to everybody and just checking to make sure those cows on the infield are still fine. That's Michaela's job during these races. She has to stay in the infield of the track and make sure all the cows don't run away. Alright, so coming down the front straightaway, Down East and Van Gogh on the front row. That is just a wild front row. Here we go. Green flag is out. Punch to the outside. 3 wide, 4 wide for the lead going off into turn 1. Fabi bottom, Punch top. Here they come. Pudge is all the way at the edge of that yellow lane on the outside. Down East is going to hold the lead. Pudge is going to try to power around on the outside. Door to door for second while Down East is trying to keep them both at bay. Fabi's to the inside of Pudge. They did make it 2 wide through that corner. Now all of a sudden they're 2 wide behind these guys. Let's see if Pudge can get up to the 16 car. He won't be able to do it here. Oh my god, a car just shot into the wall. That was Draythick. I'm not sure who just did that, but uh-oh! There's trouble up here near the front. Pudge and Fabi just got together. That will be a multi-car crash. Van Gogh is around 2. That's 3 cars involved. Yellow flag is out on the track. And I do believe there's some drama brewing. We'll not get into it right now, but I think I know what is happening. Yeah, there's definitely some... There's some tempers out there on the track. Oh boy. Just going to basically check with somebody. Long story short, I do believe there's some tensions brewing with the 4 car and the 28 car. And Pudge did not take it too well that Fabi just did that to his teammate, so I do believe Pudge just put him in the wall. I did see someone just commented. I gotta pull up my stream, actually, my own stream. Where is my stream? I cannot even find it. So they just pitted. I'm not sure if there's gonna be a pit cycle this time. It looks like, nope, they're gonna choose cone, so they will go green this time. Blake FB Car Freak 13 on PlayStation, and we will set you up an interview with one of our admin. And then yeah, we run 4 different series, 4 times or once a week, so we race 4 times in a week. We're almost done with this current season because next Monday is our final race, and after that we're taking an off season until at least March or April in that ballpark. So yeah, just message Car Freak 13 without any caps or spaces, and yeah, we can get you in here. Green flag is back out. Fabi tried to go under the 16. That's not going to quite work. Swan is to the outside of the 16. Fabi's going to try to go to the inside. Not going to work. Swan's going to get a really good run on the outside. Oh my god, Fabi almost went to the inside of the 44 at a really awkward spot. They are still 2 wide for second place. Fabi's going to get the run. Swan just got into the wall. Pudge gets around him, and there's huge contact between the 2 and the 4. Fabi's up to second. Frank is in third. Pudge is up to fourth. Down East is leading while all of this chaos happens behind him. My god. I think that's, yeah, Draythick and Pudge are together, so RFK is currently running 3-4-5. Haas is running 2 and 6. Swan got a terrible deal there at that last corner. Holy lord, dude. Alright, so now that calms down a little bit, Down East has a 2/10 gap over Fabi. Frankie's trying to reel him in because Frankie is 1/10 behind him. Let's see what Pudge tries to do. Again, Pudge is teammates with the 9, so he's probably going to try to push him up near the front. Now that drama I mentioned between some of these guys right now, I cannot confirm that that was the cause of that yellow flag, but it might have been. Fabi right now is actually pushing Down East. The top 2 are going to try to see if they can outpace the rest of the field. Now Fabi's going to try to make his move to the inside. Frankie with a way higher entry. Pudge is going to try to get under him. Not going to work, although Frankie's really chasing that car up the hill. Frankie almost got into the wall. Down East is still holding the lead. Frankie is actually pulling up to Fabi. I do believe Pudge is pushing him. It's close. It's really close. Now this is a very aggressive braking zone. Oh, Frank is all over Fabi's bumper. Fabi got a little bit sideways on corner exit for the lead. 3 wide for the lead. Fabi to the bottom. Frank to the middle. Pudge down to the bottom, trying to push Fabi all the way there. I do believe that worked. These 4 cars are not getting separated at all. They are all staying together, battling for this lead. Fabi gets it for now. Pudge is going to be really aggressive on the bottom. Down East is going to the bottom of the 2 car. Frankie once again chasing it on corner exit. He does get a really good run on the outside of that corner, though. Fabi is trying to see if he can stay in front of that 9, but with this draft, Fabi's going to get... He's not going to get very far. Down east, he might be looking to the inside of the 9. Nope, not going to be there. Frank all over the 4 cars bumper. Got a little bit loose. The 2 cars jam-packed on the 16's bumper. Fabi's going to gap the 9 just a little bit down east. Might get into the wall. Nope, he's going to get to the outside of the 9 car to battle for second place. He is going to get it on that outside run. Now he's got to try to reel Fabi back in, because Fabi was able to get a little bit of a gap between, because all these guys keep fighting. Fabi just got punted out into the grass. And with that, Pudge and Down East are side by side, and actually no, caution flag is out. Yellow, yellow. Mother of God, this is crazy. I'm not sure if that was Down East's fault, or more or less, Pudge just getting into the 16, but there are definitely some tempers. Alright, so I do believe pits will open this time. Dear Lord, finally we can calm down just a little bit. That was some of the most insane racing I've ever seen. The top 4 all battling. Down East, Frank, Swan, Down East, Frank, Pudge, and Fabi. Pits are open, here they come. Everybody's coming down pit road this time. And once again, looking at the fuel, trying to see where Pudge's level is at. Yeah, Pudge is still... Pudge and Van Gogh, man, they have the worst, which is just terrible. Frankie doesn't have very much better than his team owner. Then you got Swan and Down East and Fabi. They all have really good fuel. Let's see if anybody tries to take the just fuel card. I don't think much changed. I really don't know, though. Alright. Looks like we're all good now. So, right now, the top 5 are all playoff drivers. That's all going to shuffle around here with that choose cone. But yeah, Van Gogh and Drathik, they're not really racing for much. They're just racing just to have fun driving with us. The other 5, they're all battling right now. Points don't really matter because they're all locked into the championship, but this is basically for bragging rights at this point. Front row is Down East and Swan. Come down to the front row. This is the same camera. I hate that camera that's really far away from the line. I don't know why that does that. Swan got a really good bump from the 4 car. Down East is going to try to hold the outside. Frank is going to try to follow him and maybe take second. No, Frank into the wall. Frank is really hard into the wall. Oh boy, huge cluster of cars. Sharp corner. Maybe they're not going to make it through this. Frank almost didn't, but luckily I think the wall saved him a little. Frank got a huge shot from one of his teammates. Now he gets into the other wall. Frank is unstable. RFK is 3 wide through that corner. I do believe Drathik's going to get the best of that. Pudge is going to follow him. Frank might have some mechanical damage after that one. Swan is all over the bumper of the 16. Fabi's just trying to keep up with him. Going to be hard to keep up with 2 cars drafting down the straightaway. Down East goes way to the outside. I don't think he means to be up there right now because Swan's going to try to sweep around to the inside and take that spot. It looks like he will. Ever so barely. Down East had the momentum but was not able to keep it to the side of the 44. And with that crossover, that's going to help Fabi get up to them just a little quicker. Just remember, y'all, this is 2 Stuart Haas guys and 1 Kaulig guy. And Down East was going to drive for Stuart Haas at the start of this season, but that did not end up working out. But now it's Haas and Kaulig running together. Swan tried to hold the outside, not going to work. Down East barely was able to clear, but now Swan's going to try to cross him back over for the lead. Nobody is working together right now. Tell you what, the 16 car is really putting up a good fight for this. Swan now to the inside again. Fabi's going to try to go with him. Fabi might try to make it 3 wide. Thought better of that. Slammed the brakes. Down east to the inside. Swan to the outside. Swan's going to get the lead with the outside move on that. And that has allowed Pudge to get up here to battle for this lead. Once again, 4 cars all battling for this as Down East just wrecked into the wall hard. Down East tried to block Fabi. Did not work. Fabi gave Down East a little bit of a door there. 3 wide for second place. Oh my god! Fabi and Pudge once again get into each other. Pudge's car is really loose. Fabi's going to get back around on the outside. Again, I'm up here in the booth. I cannot confirm anything that's happening out there on the track because I genuinely do not know. But from what I am hearing, it really sounds like the 2 and the 4 are not agreeing right now on things. Pudge got really late into the brakes and really hard into the wall. Him and Frank both slowed way down on that wall. Alright, so now Swan has an 8/10 gap over the 16. Fabi basically got took out of that. I mean, Pudge did not let him go. So now Swan is going to be... So Swan has a big lead. Fabi's going to try to reel in the 16. And then the RFK guys had a little bit of a problem back there coming through that last sharp hander, or sharp left-hander. And yeah. Again, if there's another caution that comes out, I'm not sure how that could potentially stir things up because I'm not sure how hard-headed Pudge and Fabi are going to be when they get close to each other again. And also, everybody is on a different fuel strategy. I mean, Fabi and Swan are kind of similar, like kind of close, but then you have RFK guys where they have 3 cars, and I think they had 3 different fuel mappings in their cars, so it's like, I don't know what's going to happen if a yellow comes out. Fabi is getting very close to Down East. This is going to be a battle for second. But now, once again, the leader got so far out, I don't think they're going to be able to catch him. The gap to the leader is now 1.3 seconds. Fabi is now falling back to 4/10 off of the 16. Fastest lap is Swan right now with a 45.2. Now again, in stages 1 and 2, we saw a 45.0 and a 45.1, so there's definitely more speed to be had. Frankie, oh, dude, Frankie, turn 1 is Frankie's kryptonite. Every single time we look at that 9 car coming out of that corner, he is just wicked loose and sideways, and he's just flirting with that wall. Actually got a decent little battle going on back here as Draythick just died. I guess Van Gogh wins that battle. Not sure if that's going to be a caution or not. Looking up at the leaders. Nobody is slowing down, so I'm guessing we're staying green with that. Really hard lick for that 28 car, but I guess they're going to keep it going. Fabi was able to get around Down East. Just for some spectators that are wondering, some people out there in the world, they're not very good with their English, and sometimes they can misread words. Clearly the guy in first place, his name is not Dixie Hippopotamus. His name is something else that I really don't want to say on stream, but yeah, it's not that. I'm seeing some comments and someone just read that as hippopotamus, and this is a NASCAR league, not an English class, as the hippopotamus. And I guess it takes a hippopotamus to get faster. Out of turn 1, the gap is now 2.3 seconds between Swan and Fabi. Although now all of a sudden it's down to 2.1 seconds. Now it's 2. It might get down to 1.9 before that last corner. I Again, man, Fabi, he's one of the fastest cars here, and obviously he won stages 1 and 2. Now all of a sudden he finds himself buried in a hole behind the 44 car. Gap is now 1.7 seconds. Again, this race just passed the halfway point a couple laps ago, so there's still a lot of time to make up the gap. Looking back here, we got 2 RFK cars working together. Again, Pudge and Frank are so far back, they're kind of stuck mid-pack right now. Especially when, you know, Pudge's teammate sends Pudge to the Shadow Realm. Frankie got into the brakes really late. I think that draft just sucked him right up. That was really bad. Still no caution, though. We stay green. The top 3 are all within 3 seconds of each other, so that is still a very close battle for the lead. Give you a little in-car camera out of Frankie's car, because this is what he sees. He's trying to stay in the draft of his RFK teammate. And again, Frankie in this 9 car, he has officially locked up Rookie of the Year. He didn't have, I don't think he had any competition for it, so that's one of the main reasons why he won. That's one of the main reasons why he needs a new brake pedal after this race, because it clearly does not work. But Frankie is the best performing rookie this season. And again, Pudge signed him for RFK Racing at the start of the season. It was bouncing around. Frank did not know where he was going. And then once RFK offered him a spot, there's like, why not? And yeah, he drives the number 9 car in the Cup Series, and I think he drives the 48 in Oshkosh. Which, by the way, I do believe Frankie has a shot to win the Oshkosh title race, which is this Friday. So please, if y'all want to see 850 horsepower Behemoth Camaros battling at a very intricate road course, join us Friday at 7. Should be a very fun race. Gap to Swan is 2.1 seconds. Now, one other thing that's worth mentioning, Fabi and Swan were bumper to bumper in stage 2, and after the pit cycle happened, Swan lost about 2.5 seconds because Fabi pitted, I want to say, when he was about a 10th in front of the 44, and then once he came back out, he was about 2.5 seconds ahead. So that's something we have to watch. So basically, if that same thing were to play out, and there's going to be one more pit stop, Fabi could have the lead again. At this point, it would be by a couple of tenths. It would not be by very much, but the car that's in front has the best advantage, because if you have that clean air, you're able to just send that car. You can do whatever you want with it. You can make it do what you want, but being in the draft with that dirty air, it is very difficult. Again, Swan still holds not only the lead, but the fastest lap with a 45.166. Alright, so it's been a very long Cup race tonight. We're going to do something we have not done all race tonight. We're going to let the sounds of these engines and everything roar by, and I'm going to take a second here and let the cars have all the spotlight. So let's do a NASCAR Fantasy Racing League. Crank it up. Alright, so this is a very important part in the outcome of this race because Swan is already pitted and now Fabi's coming down now, so we got to see where Fabi ends up coming out at. So Swan's through the last corner now. Fabi is just now changing his tires. He has a long ways to fill that tank up, and plus, dear God, there's still, I believe, 14 laps to go. So I do believe he has to fill that thing all the way up. So actually, Swan is going to be able to stay in front of Fabi. In fact, Fabi's going to come out now. That's going to be really close. I do believe Fabi, I think he timed that out perfectly. He did underfill, so that's a little bit of a risky move, but Fabi just played his pit strategy once again to come out in front of the 44. That was a great effort by that team. So now we're going to have a really close battle between these two cars for the lead. Let's be honest, it's probably going to take a caution for any of these other cars to be relevant. And plus, all of these cars are separated. None of them are close together at all. All the RFK boys have split apart. Drathik's all the way back in last after having a really strong finish in the second stage. Now, I'm a little bit worried about Pudge because when he pitted, he came across the start-finish line entering lap, I think it was 31. So when he pitted, there was 16 laps to go, and in stages 1 and 2, he pitted on lap 14. So I almost think Pudge can't even make it to the end. In fact, I'm not even sure Fabi can make it to the end because he only filled his car up to, I think it was 89%. And with, 13, 14 laps remaining, I'm not really sure if he can make it. Coming across the line this time, there's going to be 12 laps to go, which is just about a full pit run for these guys. There you see the long line of cars down the front straightaway and how spread out they are. Now the other thing, Fabi and Swan are going to catch up to a couple of lap cars before this is over. If you look right here, Drathik is right there coming to the last corner, and now all of a sudden Fabi and Swan are right there, so they're gonna catch up to him eventually. And let's not forget, folks, Fabi and Drathik have a little bit of a rivalry right now because from what I've seen, Fabi has gotten very aggressive with that 28 car, and he's basically punted him off the track a couple of times. Also, something to mention, if you are the first person on a team in this league, you become the team owner. And Fabi and Swan, both the first and second place cars, they run for Stuart Haas, and I am the team owner for Stuart Haas. So, obviously I'm rooting for one of them to win this, but obviously it's always fun watching these guys race really good and fast. Again, I race full-time in this league normally. It's kind of nice to take a season off, although I did race in the Winston Series on Thursdays. Coming out of this last corner, man, it's going to be a battle of fuel. Now, stupid me, I was not watching Swan's fuel whenever he came out of the pits. I'm not sure how much he filled that tank. I cannot believe that Fabi timed that out so perfectly that he literally came out 3 to 4 car lengths in front of Swan. And again, the gap right now is 0.6. And right now it's going up to 8, possibly 9. I mean, Fabi got a really good corner exit out of 1 that time. So we'll mention a couple of things while we're just watching these boys run around. Oh boy, here he comes. Never mind. We'll wait a second. Gonna go hood view with Fabi. He was able to get around Drathik. I do believe Drathik let him by, which that's actually kind of shocking. That actually took some momentum away from the 44 car because Drathik got in the way of him just a little bit. So anyways, explain a couple of things. The NFRL awards, I don't know if they're going to be happening live. I am going to try to do that since I commentated the rest of the season. Why not? But we have specific award categories for different achievements that you can get for this league. One of them is the Car Freak Award, which is most wins. And right now, Down East has that locked up with 3 wins, but if Fabi wins this race, that will be his 3rd win, and that will tie Down East with 1 race to go. Same with Pudge. Pudge is at 2 wins, so Pudge needs 1 more win to tie Down East, so we're going to really watch that. If Down East could win this race somehow and pull a rabbit out of his hat, he would actually lock the trophy up officially. The The other award, well, we have tons of other ones actually. I can go through them real quick while we're watching this. So we have that Car Freak Award for most wins. We have the Pudge Award, which is most runner-ups of the season, which I have to go through and check that because I'm not even sure who has that right now. Plasma's Green Flag Award, that is most stage wins. Right now, Fabi's actually winning in that category. We have Comeback Driver of the Season, which I'm not going to reveal who has that, but I'm pretty sure I know who has won that. Picasso's Paintbrush, that is the best looking car on the season, voted on by Fabi himself because he makes a lot of the paint schemes. But he cannot pick one of his own, so obviously it has to be a paint scheme that somebody else made. The Starry Pole Award, that is for most pole positions on the season. I'm pretty sure the 44 has that locked up. I don't think anybody has gotten more poles than Swan, because again, that car has been one of the fastest out there when it comes to time trial speeds, but again, he only has one win in that 96 car. The Golden GoPro, that goes out to the most dramatic race finish, which right now that is Daytona Road Course. That was one of the most insane finishes in league history. And then the Gold Car, that is the most likely to succeed next season, excluding the champion. That will be decided on after the finale, so it all depends on who wins the championship, and then we have to look at stats for this past season, and then we're going to pick a driver who we think is going to do the best next season. So after going through all of that nonsense, Van Gogh is being caught by the leaders. Gap is now 1.7 seconds. That Hippopotamus is not catching up to Fabi at any time right now. 1.65, and now it's up to 1.6 again. Swan gets in good, but then Fabi gets off way better. Let's see what Van Gogh does. How hard does Van Gogh cover this spot? I'm going to go hood view. Fabi's going to look to the inside, not wasting any time whatsoever. I do believe he gave the 42 a little bit of a bump there. He did not want to waste time. Well, this is the final countdown. Anyways, completing this lap, there will be 5 laps to go. And again, there's no big playoff anything going on with this race. It's really just to see if you can get any more points and just get another win under your belt. And yeah, Fabi has raced the best the best race today. He would be only the second driver this season to sweep a cup race, because Down East already did that. I don't... See, part of me thinks Fabi did that earlier this season, but I cannot remember where he did it, if he did it. Swan is back to 2.6 seconds. I do believe Van Gogh got in his way a lot, because that just moved him back almost 3 seconds off of the pace. I'm sorry, I'm a little shocked right now. I cannot believe the gap just went from 1.2 seconds to 3. Either way, we race on. And again, Fabi's had a really good career in this league. I guess you could call it a career, even though it's a video game. But he went to the championship 4 in seasons 3 and 4. I believe he finished 2nd and 3rd. I believe that those are the results. And yeah, he's dying to go to the championship race and really have a good finish. Obviously, 2nd place is a good finish in any means, but he wants to win the whole thing. He wants to go all the way to the top. And if he can win here today, it would certainly give his team all the momentum going into the finale race. Just to go over a couple more things. We have 2 more races this season. This Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern, might be a little bit later than that if we get delayed. But we will have the Oshkosh finale. Those massive Camaros racing at Circuit de la Sarthe. That's going to be a fun race. Also, that race track, it can rain there, so more than likely we'll experience some wet track conditions in that race, and that's a championship for the finale, so definitely stop by and watch that if you're not busy on Friday. And then a week from tonight, next Monday, November 20th, we will crown us a new NFRL Cup Series champion. That winner will go home with $110, thanks to our sponsors, Pudge and Loan. Yeah, and it's going to be a wild race, and that's at the Blue Moon Triangle with our 700 horsepower package in these cars. The gap to Swan is now down to 2.6 seconds. Now it's going way back up once again. Swan gets into that corner, but Fabi gets out way easier. Now this is going to be a close one because I'm a little bit nervous on the edge of my seat right now because we're going to come to the white flag and I'm not sure where these guys stand as far as fuel mileage go. Fabi underfilled. I don't know what Swan did. Boy, oh boy. 3 seconds is the gap, but if Fabi runs dry, that's it. It's over. Alright, so coming down to the white flag. 1 lap to go, presented by Pepsi, the drink of champions. Can Fabi pull it off? Can Fabi become the 2nd driver this season, 3rd driver all time to sweep a cup race? Does he finally have enough fuel? This dude ran out of gas 2 different times this season coming to the checkered. He does not want to get a hat trick on that. Gap is now 3.4 seconds. Swan is not going to get there. It's going to take an empty tank by that 4 car for the hippopotamus to get there. Final corner. I do believe he's going to do it. That car sounds like it's running full power right now. And out of the final corner, Fabi is going to do it. He's going to get his 3rd win on this season. And he's going to go into the championship race, tied with Down East for the Car Freak Award. Fabi wins the Fabianski Designs 250. Swan brings home a respectable 2nd place. Podge is back here in 3rd place. He doesn't have much competition. There's a pack of cars behind him, though. Podge comes home 4th. No, Podge comes home 3rd. Wow, I'm derpy. Down East comes home 4th. Frankie comes home 5th. A little bit of a battle there between Drathik and Frank. Not for position, just for battling on the track. Alright, that was a great finish. We're going to hop back into the chat and interview our race winner here in a second. Make sure I save that replay and also get the results. There are the official results. Fabi does it, man. He sweeps Blue Moon B. Again, one of the fastest cars out there. He was fastest all week. The 4 Haas team really had a lot of good equipment out there. Again, Pudge brings home a podium finish with 3rd. Downey's got 4th. Frank got 5th. Got 5th. I can't English tonight. The top 5 are all playoff drivers right there. So, God, that's crazy, man. Alright, so we got the replay. Got all that good stuff. Now, once they start the burnout process, I'm going to hop back in that chat and interview Fabi, because that is something I've been doing all season. And this is something we do because in real life NASCAR, once the race ends, all of the other drivers go down pit road, and then the winner goes all the way around to the start-finish line and burns the car down, does a burnout, and celebrates the victory. So we try to keep it as realistic as possible in here, while also trying to have the most fun. Because this league certainly means a lot to me and also means a lot to our drivers. This league has this video has surpassed 2 hours. We've had a lot of streams go over 2 hours in this season. Very, very fun. Alright, let's hop into that league check. Give me 1 second here. Fabianski, this is formal guy up in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you.
Well, man, you just proved a very solid point here today getting this victory, but a lot of different things also come with this win. So not only are you the 2nd different driver to sweep a cup race this season alongside Down East, but now you officially tie Down East with most wins on the season, and it's just, I find it absolutely insane how you were battling hard with Swan all season to get regular season champion, but now all of a sudden you're in the talks to get almost every main award that's up to offer for this league. How you feeling, brother?
I feel amazing. Good to finally win without running out of fuel.
So, not to show off too much, because obviously when you win a cup race, you can show off as much as you want. No filter, no nothing. So, how does it feel for you to win the Fabianski Designs 250?
It's funny to me. Very fitting.
Well, going into the championship race next week, after taking I think it was a second place and a third place in back-to-back championship races, how confident are you that you can bring home the title?
I'm feeling confident. I hope I can do it, and I hope I can do this burnout next week.
Well,
it will be challenging.
I want to fully congratulate you as a commentator and also as your team owner. Just, you've made Haas very relevant this season with the lack of the 14 team on the track. I am very grateful to everybody on Stewart Haas for keeping Haas in the fight. Very glad that there's going to be 3 Haas drivers next week battling it out for a title. But again, just a huge congratulations to you, man, and I can't wait to see you duke it out with all the heavy hitters next week.
Thank you.
So, I got to do something else because I forgot there's a tradition that we still need to keep alive in this league. In all the seasons we've done in the past, we always let the Championship 4 drivers do a burnout with the race winner of this one because obviously making it to the championship race is not an easy feat. You very much deserve it to come out and do a burnout with the race winner. So, Fabi, whenever you're done your main burnout, please let the other boys know, the other 4 playoff guys, to come out and just burn their cars down because even though it's special circumstances this season, y'all still really battled and deserve a spot in the championship, so y'all deserve a chance to burn your cars down.
Come on out, boys.
Let me see here. Pudgy, I do have a question for you if you got a copy.
I got you loud and clear there, Big Hoss.
Was there any, I don't know how to word this, was there any kind of brewing rivalry or heated tempers out there today with anybody? Because I noticed a lot of beating and banging between some cars.
Nothing that didn't get settled.
Well, that's good. I was just curious. But hey, you have 2 wins on the season, and you're going into the championship race after having been in the last 2. And also, I think your finish rate is what, 3rd and 4th? Obviously still very good. Correct. That you were in the talk, but how confident are you with your RFK team bringing Frankie along that you're going to have a teammate in the championship race?
Pretty confident. We gotta do some practicing. But our main focus right now is the Oshkosh Championship at Le Mans. I know only 2-3 days after that is the Cup Championship, but we're gonna try and stay focused on here, on these Cup cars. But I'm looking pretty confident with that Oshkosh. But I'm hoping to bring home a championship trophy. If I can't, I hope Frankie can. That 9 car is fast. He was tracking me down pretty well. Granted, almost ran out of fuel. I did run out of fuel. 10 foot from the line.
My God.
But, we had a pretty good car. I don't know why Frankie's not out here doing a burnout with us, but
I think his crew chief said he had some string cheese in the pit box.
Heck yeah. Save some for me. I'll give you some Milos.
Alright, well, good luck to everybody in the championship race. I want to do one more thing before I officially cut this off. So, Down East, you announced recently that Call League will cease its operations just next season. So, would you like just an open mic real quick to give a brief story of what's going on?
I suppose I could. So, I mean, I made a press release on our server last night, just at a whim. So, after the conclusion of Season 5, unfortunately, the team will be ceasing operations because in the near future, I'm guessing sometime in either late December, early January, I'm finally get something I've been wanting to get fixed for a long time. For the last 5 or so years, I've been having major dental issues. I won't get into the specifics of how it came to be, but I realized that, I've dealt with enough pain, agony, discomfort, and, anxiety from it that, I'm gonna get it done. And so, for pretty much the roughly the next year, if I had to take a guess, I'm gonna be out of the league, unfortunately. So, unfortunately, not only will I be gone, but Colic Racing will also be gone. So, while we still have, 2 more races to go through, I'm gonna try to do my absolute best at Oshkosh at Le Mans and Cup at Blue Moon Speedway. And even though I wasn't able to, win the FBS championship race because Lone walked in, I mean, I still have 2 other chances to at least come home with more than just a bus trophy.
Sideswipe.
Well, man, I just got to say that you not only made Colleague just come out of nothing, you not only made them relevant, you made them all of a sudden like the all-star team of the NFRL. You made them the best team in FES, in my opinion, one of the best in the Cup Series, considering you were still tied for most wins on the current season. And even if you walk home, if you don't get any championships, it's still just a testament if you compare last season to this season. What you've done this season is just an incredible work of driving, an incredible amount of effort from you and your team. And I just want to solemnly say that whenever you have this surgery, I know for a fact the entire NFRL is standing behind you. We're all rooting for you, and I know your entire friend zone and family is also behind you too. So just good luck with all that, and I hope it's a very, very fast recovery, brother.
I appreciate it. I appreciate, my rivals and competitors. And even though, I won't be able to race next season, there's no doubt about it. I am going to be watching this because if I can't race, I might as well watch it because even just watching it from the grandstands, it's still a sight to see.
Well, y'all, I'm going to go over this just very quickly. So, again, Oshkosh Championship is Friday at 7 Eastern. Please come and see that, because, again, the fastest cars on the circuit are going to be going around Circuit de la Sarthe with that insane horsepower package. Who knows what the track's going to be like? Who knows what the weather's going to be like? And those guys are going to be racing for a championship. Going to be an absolutely insane race. And after that, Monday is the big hitter. Blue Moon Speedway, 7 drivers are coming into the Cup finale, all with a shot to win the championship. That is the first time that's happened in league history. We've never had more than 4. That's going to be probably the race of the season if Oshkosh doesn't take that with their finale. But I hope you all come by and watch it. And also, I want to give a huge shout out to the spectators because I think Saray was watching tonight. I know Michaela and Lauren were. Again, I appreciate you all for watching all night. But there was at one point during our stage break, I saw there was over 13 people on my bottom display watching. So again, I appreciate y'all so much, and I hope y'all come back and watch the last 2 races of the season. Also want to shout out league sponsors. Shout out to Pudge and Loan, because they both take money right out of their pockets to put towards our prize pool to give us something to race for. And it's a huge part of this league. I can never be able to thank them enough. Shout out to Wheels. He's a Madden YouTuber and also goes live every day on Twitch. His Twitch name is Wheels FL. Highly recommend you go watch him. And also a huge shout out to Fabianski. He makes all of the cars you see here, all of the base templates, because this is a Nissan Silvia, but this man works his paintbrush to make it look like a Dodge Charger, a Chevy SS, a Chevy Camaro, like whatever you think of, he can make it look like. And also, Fabi is such a huge part of this league that this race, if you notice the thumbnail, is called the Fabianski Designs 250 with his logo on it. That's when you know you've done a lot of work for a league if you get an actual race sponsored after you. So again, huge thanks to him. A huge thank you to everybody who makes this league work. And thank you all so much for watching this race. This is the NASCAR Fantasy Racing League, and we will see you next time.